Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the BrosThinkBig podcast. This is a show where we talk about the simple and yet complicated ideas of self-improvement. Tune in and join us as we become the best versions of ourselves, just so that you guys can too. And always remember to like and subscribe for more. Today we have a guest back on for some time, and Mikayel, come on in here. It's great to have you.
Let's go, Mikayel.
Yo.
What's good, though? What's up? Yo, he was going for it, dude.
Oh shit!
They got beat. I got beat with this dog.
Anyways, Mikayel, for starters, thank you for coming on. How are we doing tonight?
Thank you for having me. Just talking to it.
Yeah, just like that.
Doing good. How are you guys?
Doing good.
Very good.
Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Just kind of let the audience know who you are, what do you do, so they get an understanding of who you are.
My name is Mikayel Petrossian. I know Sadula and Georgie the longest here, as well as Alex. I played soccer with Alex. These two I met at the gym, but essentially
You played soccer?
I did. We played soccer at Dynamo.
Oh shit, dude.
Yes, sir. Long time ago.
Long
time ago.
I thought you were about to say I haven't done it. Use my glasses.
Dynamo, Coach Dennis. But anyways, how can I describe myself? I'm a college kid. I like to work out. I'm studying finance. And these are my bros.
Yes, sir.
No, it's tough. I'm thinking more of like an interview style type pod where we kind of just break down your new lifestyle, how you made that change from the old lifestyle. So why don't we just get right into it?
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so we were discussing before, we're just going to go straight into the FTE event. And to those of you that don't know, we've talked about this in almost like every one of our podcasts. It feels like this. We have this thing, it's called the Fuck This event. I don't know who it comes from, but to briefly break it down for you, the Fuck This event just describes that moment in time where you're like, sometime in the past where you went through some sort of experience that really stunned you, and it's just where you decided that you need to make a fucking change instead of like actually just saying you're gonna do it. It's the part that like really
it was like enough.
Put the fucking step forward. Yeah.
So I think my FTE moment was with Sadula over here. So we were in the gym. We had finished up a workout. I think we trained push.
Yeah.
Forget, but we're in the sauna, kind of just in the locker room, whatever, posing, flexing, doing our thing, and we started to talk about dieting. And I had just recently started a cut. I was kind of getting into the whole idea of starting a cut, and me and Sadula got into the talk about self-improvement.
Exactly.
And he can kind of, add to this, but from that day on, I kind of changed big time.
Yeah. Dude, I remember we were in the gym that day, and then we were talking about how you're trying to clean up your diet and stuff. Yeah. But you were still kind of like still eating McDonald's, all that kind of stuff.
You guys don't know. I'm a McDonald's killer. I love McDonald's. Back in the day, I did at least.
Yeah. And then I go on your phone. Dude, I go on your phone and you have an app of McDonald's. I go, dude, delete that, right? And then you're like, no, because you like, it was like an attachment that you had with McDonald's. You were actually a killer, dude. And then next thing you know, we're in the locker room posing, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've been always lean and stuff.
Yeah.
And you were trying to have a clean diet, and I post stuff on my Instagram, all that kind of stuff. You would see it, and you just literally straight up asked me, like, dude, how do you do it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I told you that you could do the same thing. All it took was just discipline and, taking exactly, just going step by step of cooking your own meals, just reducing the junk food, all that kind of stuff. I told you can't cold turkey it. Just kind of go down slowly. And then ever since then, you cleaned up your diet, and the results are just clear.
So since that, it was around March, maybe end of February, when this conversation happened. And at the time, I was a little over 190 pounds, maybe 193. Yeah. Sitting here now, I'm 162 pounds. So we're down a little over 30 pounds in that time frame, which is it's a lot of weight to lose. So the reason I used to have kind of a bad diet was I was into the whole bulking thing. I wanted to be big. I wanted to be strong. And when I started training, I was always a skinny guy. So to gain weight, it's obviously, you guys know, it's easier to eat shitty food. Exactly. It's easier to eat the high caloric burgers, pizza, this and that. It's not the healthiest options, but it has so many calories that you can gain weight easily. Yeah. And that's kind of the track I went with.
Yes.
I ate very unhealthy foods. I had the McDonald's app. I was killing McDonald's post-workout every day.
You made McDonald's rich, bro.
Yeah. And, look, so it did work. I did get big, but I put on, way too much body fat. My face had too much acne on it. I didn't feel athletic. I didn't feel healthy. My sleep was bad. You know, it was just, I didn't feel healthy.
Exactly. You didn't get the nutrients you were supposed to.
So calories is one thing, but there's more to what you eat, what you put in your body than just calories.
Exactly.
There's macronutrients, micronutrients, vitamins, this and that.
Yeah.
And I always saw that Sadullah, he's been lean. As soon as I've known him, he's been a lean, shredded guy. And he started posting his diet on his Instagram, which is just organic, clean foods, and that's kind of what motivated me to get into it.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
I want to share something also, which is, you know, with your FTE, it's either there's two different variations. There's one that's an extremely traumatic event,
Okay.
and then there's something like this that's just one talk it takes.
Yeah.
But I always find with that talk, it's never just that one moment.
Yeah.
It's been building up.
Yeah.
Something. It's kind of in a way passive aggressive.
Okay. Yeah.
So where did it first start? Where you were like, I'm starting to really dislike where I am in my life, or what I'm doing with myself, and started to turn the tables.
I would say how I felt. I genuinely didn't feel good. So when you're eating shitty food all the time in an attempt to gain weight, at first, you know, you kind of like the fact that you're gaining weight real quickly, you're getting big, getting strong, etc. But it catches up to you when you're eating these seed oils, this shitty quality meat, whatever it may be. It catches up to you, and you get out of breath easier. You don't feel good. You have acne, and over time, you know, at first you kind of don't mind it, or at least I didn't. But over time, over the years, it definitely caught up to me. And even in
especially
a matter,
McDonald's is like the worst.
yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's cheap, and that's why, you know, I would go and eat whatever. But I think it built up over
And
time.
I also want to. You've always been. Let's get it straight. You've always been jacked. Not always, but a good amount of time.
I've been training almost 7 years now.
Exactly. So on the physical side, you've always been a phenomenon. But what I've seen the biggest changes is in your attitude and your maturity, and throughout this time. I want to ask what changed there as well.
So again, I had a really nice conversation with Sadullah. I was sitting in my car. I think you were sitting in your car.
Yeah.
We were on the phone for probably over an hour and a half.
Yeah.
On the
Something
phone for a
like
long
that.
time.
Jesus.
We talked about a variety of different topics, ranging from just my diet, to girls, to alcohol, to partying,
Yeah.
to mindset, to books, to this and that, future goals. And that's also something that kind of set the trigger there.
Yeah.
He gave me a book. It was The Power of Positive Thinking. I read that book. I enjoyed it. It was a good book. And from that day on, I've changed my mindset about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I remember you told me you would be reading it every night, right?
Yeah, so I
Before
started to read before I would go to sleep. It would help me sleep. You know, I would wake up in a positive mood. So
Yeah,
that was a good
because what you did that night
kind of
just
set the
kind of
tone.
set the tone for the next day, and then
Yeah.
you woke up with a positive mindset. And to be honest, one more thing that I wanted to mention is with the bulking thing. I had a conversation with a friend in the gym, and it almost like traps you into the whole bulking idea, because a lot of people do it in the gym,
Mhm.
and they think that they can eat whatever and all that kind of stuff, and it's so hard for them to get off
Yeah, it is. It is.
those bad foods.
Bad habits.
Exactly. It just gets so comfortable, and they want to stay in there for so long, and then blame it on bulking.
Yeah.
But the bulking has really nothing to do with that. It's just that you're not even disciplined to get off eating bad food and just start cleaning up your diet. So
And for a long time, I wasn't doing any cardio at all. And when I did start, you know, taking care of what I eat and stuff, I introduced cardio into my, you know, exercise regimen,
Yeah.
which was a complete game changer as well. I remember, I actually have a funny memory with you. You walked into the gym at AFC, and I was doing cardio, and you're like, hold up. I've never seen you on a cardio machine.
Johnny said that to you?
Yeah, I just something
You
along
were
those
the
lines.
Stairmaster,
Yeah, it was a
I remember.
Stairmaster. He gets on next to me. He's like, hold on, this guy's doing cardio.
That's fucked
So,
up.
yeah. No, I mean, it's true.
I wasn't wrong.
Really, we were going to the same gym for so long, and you guys probably never seen me do cardio. I would go in, you know, as you said, I've been training for a long time. You know, in the powerlifting style, I would go do heavy squats, heavy bench, heavy whatever. But I wasn't taking care of my cardiovascular health. I wasn't doing cardio.
Right.
So, again, with that, you know, we play soccer now as a team, whatever, as for fun, and I'm able. You even also said I improved a lot because my running capabilities have
For sure.
10x'd. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Exactly.
You're faster on the field.
100%.
I also want you to mention what you did to lose like that much weight plus still maintain the muscle? Because I think it was just very impressive what you did.
So there's something called tracking macros.
Yeah.
So you're probably familiar with this. There's an app, MyFitnessPal. I downloaded this app and it became my best friend essentially. Everything I ate, I put into this app. Very strict. I didn't miss a day. And while doing that, I was also cleaning up my diet. So I was eating only whole foods: chicken, eggs, beef, whole wheat bread, ghee butter I was using to cook my eggs. So all these foods, along with eating in a caloric deficit that was tracked, I was able to lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, exactly, and still maintain the muscle and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used MyFitnessPal for like the longest time.
Yep.
When I wanted to start cooking at my own house instead of eating like all the Cereals and shit. Like, dude, I remember I used to drink every other weekend, like senior year of high school. I used to eat Buffalo Wild Wings because I'd work there.
Yeah.
I would eat like the white bread with the Skippy peanut butter and probably some seed oils in it, like every single day, like nonstop. And that buildup of just seed oils, bad food, all that, just like I gained like I was all the way up to like 180 pounds, but it was like a weird looking 180 pounds. Like you have this like weird fat around like your body.
You look fluffy almost.
You look fluffy. It doesn't really look nice.
Yeah, it's
So,
unesthetic.
I've never really been 180 pounds like since then, and I don't really want to be like that 180 pounds because it's just like it just feels weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I understand.
So would you recommend somebody bulking in a dirty?
In a dirty fashion, no,
Yeah.
I don't recommend it.
Okay.
I think you can build the same amount of muscle just by eating clean. You can still have a surplus. It doesn't have to be massive.
Yeah.
You can track that surplus. It can be a small surplus with whole foods, clean foods, and you'll feel better. You'll be leaner in the process.
Right.
Instead of, getting to 200 pounds, let's say you start your bulk at 160, you get to 200, eating complete shit, and you do this in a matter of 3 months. 30 of those pounds is going to be fat.
Exactly.
So let's say you put on that 10 pounds of muscle, for example. You now have to do a cut where you lose 30 pounds. And in that
And
process,
most of
you're
it
going
has
to
to be
lose
fat.
some muscle
Yeah.
in that process. So it's really just ineffective.
I don't know.
I liked what Josh was talking about earlier, where he mentioned he's seen the most drastic change in your maturity and then your personality and perspective shift. Sorry, I'm curious to know, like, what did your old daily routine look like?
My old daily routine.
Yeah, like, let's talk first
So
semester.
yeah, my daily routine has changed for sure.
So first semester, who was our English teacher?
What's his name? Hold up, Reese? Was it Reese?
Reed.
Reed.
Mr. Reed
He's
class,
a funny
like
guy.
that type shit. Like, what did what did your day look like?
Well, you probably remember I was not showing up to class on time.
Yeah, this guy, not on time. You didn't show up in class.
Hey,
Period.
we got A pluses in that class.
That's fast.
It was too easy.
We?
Too easy.
ChatGPT. We?
Yeah,
We?
ChatGPT.
I don't know who's we.
Yeah,
ChatGPT did all of it, dog. Nah, but for real though, like, what does your day-to-day routine look like during that time?
So during that time, I was sleeping way too late. Way too late. My probably 1 a.m. would be early. 2:30 is like when I would sleep. And honestly, I was just on my phone. I was not being productive. Like, I can't tell you I was reading. I wasn't doing anything productive. I was sitting on in my bed, scrolling on TikTok, which is just a waste of time. And I've actually since then I've put limit on social media. Like, all of my social media applications have an hour a day limit. So I have Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram. Each of them have an hour a day, and I usually don't even get to that limit now. So
Good.
Can I ask you a question?
yes.
Why do you have Snapchat?
Why do I have Snapchat?
Yeah.
So I have, first of all, Snapchat has a lot of memories for the last 7 years. So I've had Snapchat for a long time. So being able to use Snapchat, like I can open Snapchat and see a video that pops up from 6 years ago. It's nice.
Is that
I'll
the
say-
only reason?
Yes. And I have some group chats on there.
Okay.
If that's
What
where
are you
your
implying
if
with
that's
that,
where your
Josh?
closest
No.
buddies are, then I guess I can understand.
I mean, not
Do you
none of
use
us here.
Snapchat?
None of us here. No, we all delete it.
You all deleted
Except-
Snapchat?
No, I have Snapchat for memories too.
Yeah.
That's
I think it's great for
literally what I
memories
have
if
it
you
for.
had it for a long time.
No,
But do you
I
snap
don't have
people?
it deleted, but I
No.
usually have it for
okay.
memories.
I
too.
literally have no streaks.
So why do you have an hour limit?
I have it on all social medias.
No, I know, but on Snapchat.
Just set to all my social medias.
Oh, you did like for one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all social medias.
So like day to day, you were staying up late, doom scrolling. I mean,
Doom
I
scrolling,
feel
yeah,
that.
it's,
I feel
it's
that.
real.
It is.
It's real,
It really
yeah.
fucking is. Like, you were late to Is that why you were late to most of the classes?
I mean, it was an 8 a.m. class, so yeah, I was sleeping late. wasn't getting to that class.
I mean, I don't blame you for not giving shit about that class. That one,
It was pretty easy. It was a pretty easy class.
Yeah, that's a whole different story. But like, once you got out of the class, like, what next?
I would finish my school day. I had 3 classes a day, so usually go home, eat not the best food, whatever it would be.
Kill McDonald's?
No, I wouldn't kill McDonald's. My pre-workout meal for probably like 3 years straight used to be cereal. 2 bowls of Lucky Charms.
Lucky
That's what I used to kill with full fat milk. So it
Was the pump crazy?
I mean, yeah, it was a solid pump. You know, a lot of sugary carbs, but I haven't had cereal in quite a while since I started that diet. So there's that. Yeah,
Cereal
no Lucky
is
Charms.
good, man.
Cereal's
Cereal used to
good,
be
but
good.
there's nothing in it that
I
you
know.
need.
I haven't
in
had
your body.
cereal in years.
It's
I'm
just
just
sugar.
saying, cereal
Just
is
sugar.
good.
Dude, it's like a bunch of calories but no nutrients. You know. What
Zero
I mean?
nutrients. It's
Yeah.
just sugar.
So what is it like now? What do you
My
do?
pre-workout meal, dude. I've been eating the toast with almond butter that you put me on, dude. I love it.
Oh, dude,
With
yeah.
some
that's
chicken
all.
breast. That's been my go-to. So we went to Aldi recently, and I've my whole life
No. Almond butter?
almond butter.
Almond.
Almond.
You said almond.
Yeah, it's with a D at the end.
No, almond.
Oh, okay.
Almond.
Almond.
I've
Almond?
never heard almond before.
Is that not how you say it?
No, almond.
Almond.
I'm sorry, I've just never heard someone say it like that.
Oh, really?
Almond.
How do you
What,
say
is
it?
that? Is
I'd
that
say
Armenian
almond.
It's
accent?
almond butter. Yeah.
Almond butter?
Is that Armenian or something?
No.
No.
It's just how I said it.
Oh, shit.
But anyway, this is how I read it off the label.
Alright.
But we went to Aldi recently, and he put me on this like all organic almond butter, and I've been eating that as my protein, as my pre-workout meal with the toast bread and some chicken breast, and I love it. It's a great combo. So
What about all the other things that you do throughout the day? How do you keep yourself focused?
cold shower in the morning.
Oh, yeah?
That's a game changer for sure. 30 seconds to a minute. I get out of there and I feel so good. So that's something you put me on too.
What is a good feeling that you get out of that?
You feel energized. It's like this natural dopamine rush.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So it sounds like sorry, I don't know if I just fucked that up. It sounds like earlier and you were just kind of like going through the day mindlessly, no like goal, purpose, anything like that. Is there something that you're like really trying to pursue now?
What I'm trying to pursue now is to have a 4.0 GPA.
Okay,
That's a
okay.
huge goal of mine for this next semester.
that's good.
So the last semester I ended with a 3.7. I want to get a 4.0 this semester. That's my
Cool.
goal.
I wish you the best.
So yeah, there's that.
Are you like you're going into you're studying finance, right?
I am,
Do you
yeah.
know what like area that you want to be a trader, accountant?
Obviously, investment banking sounds cool, but we'll see. That's in the future. Take some time to get there.
Leave it for that then.
Yeah.
Okay, understand. So what are you like doing to go about just wellness as a whole? You've cleaned up your diet, but what are any like productivity tasks? Anything you're working on? I'm sure. Obviously, do you work out 6 days a week or?
6 days a week, yeah.
6
6 days a week in the gym.
And you
I've been
mentioned that you-
playing soccer twice a week,
Good, definitely.
which is a great source of cardio. It's a lot of fun. It's social, so I love that.
So you're really just taking really good care of your body, essentially.
I definitely feel the best I felt in a
Yeah.
long time. So
That's all diet. That's nothing but that. It has to be.
I think the
For sure.
cardio too.
I bet,
Moving really
yeah.
helps. Just moving.
A lot of people that do like that are like on a bulk right now. There's this huge misconception that they don't do cardio because
It kills
cardio.
muscles or something. Yeah.
Whatever
It's
shit
just-
they want
Trust
to
me,
say.
I believed the
It
same
is-
stuff a long time ago.
I
did,
used to
yeah.
say the same thing. I never actually believed it. I knew how good cardio is, but I would just go along with the joke of that, like, oh, cardio is not. I'm not cutting. I'm bulking. I can't do cardio or whatever.
You're
Just to
gonna lose
like,
gains.
just to. It's like an excuse to not have to fucking go about doing it. But cardio is such a great thing for your heart, and it doesn't. It
Saj,
doesn't have
when's
to
the
be.
last time you did cardio?
That's crazy.
Literally yesterday, and today essentially because my
We
workout wasn't
ran
good,
around
it
a
was
good bit
just
today.
it was a boot camp. It was a boot camp, which is like lifting plus cardio.
When's the
So
last
he
time you
tried-
went on a
He's
treadmill?
throwing shade. He's throwing shade.
No, when's the last time you went on a treadmill?
Every day I do legs. Wednesday.
Just walk?
Josh, I want to
Yeah,
ask
just walking.
if you can do a backflip.
Just walking. No,
Alright,
just walking.
Yeah, pump it up.
Nah, he wants
Pump
to
it
ask.
up.
Yeah,
Throw a picture up.
Yeah, throw it up.
I want to ask
Oh,
what
we're
your
doing
experience
the
with
video?
backflips are.
I'm so throwing it. No, but Wednesday.
Yo.
Wednesday. But in general, cardio is a great fucking thing. So
For
I
sure,
don't know why it's just so good. Like, do it for your heart. I don't understand. That's also probably right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
definitely why you feel so fucking good.
Yeah,
It is
I
a
feel so
very
much
challenging thing to do too, bro. Like I recently
Oh,
started
facts.
running and shit. I mean, try running for 10 minutes straight. You will see how that goes.
It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. Yeah.
Cardio is it's so mental too.
Running is
when you accomplish
running
that.
is more mental than physical. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because your muscle will hurt. Something will hurt.
Yeah.
Your body tells you something will hurt in order to make you stop, and it's just a matter of will you stop or not.
And dude, you
And
know what I
kind of
noticed?
find if you just keep going, and if you just don't listen, just silence out and keep going, I bet you can run an hour, even if you're not experienced. I
Yeah.
bet.
I was just gonna say that, dude. I was running the other day, and around 5-10 minutes, I got a cramp. You know how you get a cramp sometimes, and I just had to push through that for another 2-3 minutes, and I was just feeling so energized, so good. Nothing was bothering me. So it's literally pushing through those little difficult moments, and then getting after you get over that, everything else just becomes easier. So it's those checkpoints that you have to get through that are hard, and then it just becomes easy. It's interesting how it works, but that's literally what you have to do.
This shit might sound stupid as fuck to say, but like, and this is like horrible medical advice, but if it's already hurting, it's gonna hurt either way. So you may as well just leave it hurt for like 2 more, 3 more minutes.
Nah.
And complete your goal.
Yo.
Listen.
I think it depends on the scenario.
Well, this will only apply for running. Like,
Okay.
if you cut your fucking arm off,
Yeah.
and don't just like, go.
Well, no,
to
look, 'cause
I've
For as long as I've been lifting, I've noticed, or I've seen throughout the years that if you don't listen to your body, you can turn a 1-week injury easily into a 4-week injury.
Tell me about it.
You can easily turn a 2-week injury into a 2-month injury
we have a case study right
by
there.
just
Let's
not
talk
listening to
about
your
it.
body. I've been there. I've twinged my back, squatting. I'm like, listen, I'll be fine.
Twins, how romantic!
I'll
You
be
guys
right
have
back
so
to
much in
squatting
common.
next
Start
week.
dating.
You go and you turn that, something where you could have rested for 2 weeks and been back to it, turn it into something where you have to take squats off for 2 months. So it's really good to listen to your body.
Yeah. So can you share your experience with injuries and how you wouldn't listen to your body, what happened, and all that kind of stuff?
The first time I got seriously injured, I forget the year, I think it was probably 3 years into lifting. I was squatting, it was like 225 on my back, and I dislocated 2 ribs. And
Really?
yeah.
From squats?
From squats, yeah. And this was because just my form was bad. So you know how you have to brace when you squat?
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
You guys know how you have to brace.
Yeah.
I wasn't bracing.
Oh.
I
And
was
you were
just,
squatting heavy weights too.
yeah, I had built up some strength. It was 225. I was like 15, maybe turning 16 soon. No, I was like 15. And I dislocated 2 ribs right here. I remember the weight fell down onto the safety bars. I couldn't get up. And I called my older brother, and he came and he picked me up
Really?
and took me home.
Wow.
And I just laid down. My mom gave me some pain medicine, whatever.
Yeah, painkillers.
And that was it. I couldn't go to the gym, and I didn't go to the gym for like over a month after that, and then I slowly had to get back to it.
Did you know your ribs were dislocated immediately?
No, I didn't know immediately. I thought I had torn my lat or something. It was just this brutal pain right here, and I couldn't stand up.
Did you go to the doctor?
Yeah, I did.
How long after?
Like 2 days after that, went to the doctor.
So you just like.
Laid in bed for a solid day and a half.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it was bad. No, I couldn't get up.
Wait, so you were in the gym, right?
Yeah,
Did
I was
no
at
one help
AFC. No,
So you were just laying.
there was literally nobody in the room.
So you were just laying on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah, I was literally
Wow.
laying on the ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know how that feels with the fucking. Well,
Dude, injuries
not
can be-
laying
yeah.
yeah.
And bro, ribs
That was
they're
the
really painful.
That was the first
I've heard.
time I kind of realized, like, damn, like, I really like going to the gym, and now I can't go to the gym, and it's kind of fucking depressing.
Yeah.
Because before that, like, I could just go whenever I wanted. My dad would drive me to the gym, pick me up. I'm very grateful for that. And then it was like this injury that's like, holy shit, like, I dead ass cannot go to the gym now. Like, what the fuck do I do? Am I gonna lose all my progress? I remember just like watching all these videos, like, how long does it take to lose muscle? How long does it take to lose strength? This and
That's
that.
crazy.
Man,
I was
that's too
really,
good.
it really got to my head.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Especially when you're consistent and stuff,
Yeah,
and something
yeah,
happens
yeah.
all of a
And
sudden.
I was young
You
too.
don't know
So
what to
And
do.
you know
yeah.
what's the worst part? Like sometimes I had injuries, but I was still able to do some push-ups, pull-ups at home. But when you get an injury where you can't do anything,
yeah,
that is the
it
worst.
really gets to your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I remember my knee injury. That was just a pain in the ass, dude.
What was your knee
Literally
injury?
just couldn't do it. I had a meniscus there.
Okay.
So that
good.
was, it was all bruised up and everything. That's why it's very hard for me to even go up with squat right now, because one, I have to always warm it up before anything, and it's kind of hard to lift up a lot of weight because of the knee. I don't want to have to push anything, because I do not want to put myself in a position where I have to get that injury, because I'm telling you, I could not sleep, bro. It was just bothering me so much. It was just awful. But I mean, what is the takeaway from that injury? Was it the fact that you didn't listen to your body? Was it the fact that you just ego lifted? Like, what was it?
I would say, a mix of ego lifting, not being the most educated on form.
Yeah.
Again, with the bracing. And I think it just happened.
Yeah.
Stuff happens sometimes.
Yeah.
You have to accept it.
So do you think people that do, especially compound lifts like bench, squat, deadlift, they have to, like, the first thing they should do is just really look up the form and perfect the form first?
I think you have to master form, Especially I see now, because not everybody starts lifting when they're 13, 12, whatever, 14. Some people get into it when they're 18, when you're a fully grown guy. Like, you don't have to lift to be able to come into the gym and, maybe bench 135.
Yeah.
Like, if you're a heavier guy, you've never lifted, but you've played sports your whole life, you can come into the gym and maybe do 185.
Exactly.
But your joints aren't ready for that. That's a lot of weight to be moving, and it's easy to come in and be like, oh, I'm strong, I can just do this.
Yeah,
and then you get injured. And when you start from a younger age, you kind of naturally have to slowly progress. You can't just jump straight to the heavier weights.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but dude, I'm telling you, nowadays you really see even younger kids and stuff come to
they're
the
so
gym,
strong.
and they do well. Yeah, that's the one thing. But they really go lift too, and they really just don't know what they're doing. They think they're strong, and it's like when you're young, you don't really get injured as easily.
Yeah.
Your body's able to recover fast, but then those injuries really catch up to you. Like, I've experienced this with me personally. When you're young and something doesn't really hurt that bad and you ignore it, it really catches up to you to the point where it's gonna really, really bother you. You know what I mean? So you just have to be really aware of that. And to be honest, one of the best takeaways is when I was squatting, there was this one guy in the gym, and he would teach me like literally perfect form, and he would tell me literally don't go above 135. He said just stick with it, perfect the form first, and then start going up the weight. And I think that would be my best advice to anybody is just really start with a lightweight. You should not even care who is watching you doing a low weight, because sometimes people actually like to come up to you and go, oh dude, I thought you were stronger than that, or dude, oh that's only what you got, and not in a manner where it's just curious, just curious. They're literally trying to talk down on you, I guess, and it can get into your head, especially when you're young and you see all these motivational videos on YouTube and all that kind of stuff.
And especially with social media, you can open up Instagram now and see like a 16-year-old squatting 500 pounds like it's nothing.
Yeah.
So
has that happened to you? Because that's crazy.
What?
Someone be like, oh bro, I thought you were stronger than that.
Yeah, last time I literally just put 25s on the side. It was my first set, and then I'm not gonna mention the names, but two of them came up to me and just said, yo dude, what? I thought you could get more than that, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, they could have said it in a way where they were curious and stuff, but it was more like,
just joking,
dude, at that point, just exactly, just mind your own business. It doesn't really matter how much weight you do.
Mm-hmm.
It just really comes down to your form and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, to be honest, my biggest advice to somebody that tells me that they're trying to get strong, it's like you shouldn't even care about other people in the gym, because to be honest, mostly they do not give a shit about you. They are in their own lane and they're working out. So a lot of the times people think that others care what you do and how much weight you do, and then that leads to injury, and you're out of that gym for a week or two, and that person still goes to the gym and works out even though they don't even know your name, don't know anything about you. It does not matter. So better to know that first before you learn that the hard way. So
how the fuck you gonna be a grown man still giving a shit about what other people think about you? I mean, that's just kind of like.
But it mostly happens with younger.
You're definitely younger kids.
in
But
my
also,
opinion.
that's probably one of the biggest reasons why people. One of the biggest reasons why people don't even go to the gym in the first place, because they're too scared. The fear of judgment is so strong that they are rather just stay at home and try to do body weight exercises, but they just eventually never really get outside and.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Most people in the gym really don't care about anybody else except themselves.
Dude, not even mostly, all the time. I
Like
promise you, nobody gives a fuck
Yeah.
about you more than you do. So it really does not matter.
I mean, you see me at AFC, like you even mentioned it to me. Like I put my headphones on and I don't take them off. I just lock in, you know.
Exactly.
I'm not worried about anybody else. So.
Exactly. So the chances are other people are like that too.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've experienced this myself too. Obviously, we all had a point in our, I guess, path to the gym and stuff, where we did something to, I guess, see other people's reaction on like we're benching and all that kind of stuff. And then when you think everybody's gonna see what you do, and then next thing you know,
You
nobody's
realize no one
really
cares.
looking at you.
Yeah.
So that is really a wake up call and that kind of thing. So I guess it's good to kind of go through that emotion. Everybody's gonna have it at some point when you're in the gym and you look good, you feel strong, whatever it may be. But then, you know, you see this reaction from people that you did not expect, and that just really tells you that you don't need to do this for other people. You really don't. Just do it for yourself, and if it makes sense to you, go for it. You know what I mean?
I used to act like everybody's watching in the gym, but now I act like nobody's watching.
Yeah.
And now
Because-
I'm authentic.
yeah.
Josh.
You know what's
see me and Saj do that dance with the janitor. I would never have done that before. I would have been too embarrassed. Not necessarily embarrassed, but just been like, it's weird. You know, everybody minds their own business, but then you see that one person doing some weird thing, and you're just like, interesting. And
Yeah.
then you just keep going. I didn't want to be that person. In the beginning, but now it's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Because you really just have to stay in your lane. And
Yeah.
another thing is people really don't know you. They just know you by what they see you doing. So, you know, if you're afraid of that type of judgment, I mean, at that point, it's more of your own problem than anybody else's. Because if somebody doesn't know you as we know each other, let's say here in this room, why should you even care what they think? You know what I mean? Because their judgment most likely is going to be wrong because they do not know you. Like, you can't be afraid of that type of stuff. Dude, you know what's another thing I wanted to mention is I remember when we were working out and stuff, you know, we saw these people in the gym and stuff, and it wasn't like we were talking shit on them, but you know, you told me this surprisingly. You go, I see all these people coming in here for years, and it's almost like their progress doesn't change.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very important thing that people understand that sometimes they need to just change things up and do something different than getting complacent in the gym.
I did,
Because I feel like it's easy to get complacent in the gym because you show up every day. You do
You
the
think it's
same
enough
stuff.
to just show up, yeah.
Exactly. So it's just really not enough to show up. So can you kind of like touch up on that?
So I made a video, like he just mentioned, on my social media, talking about progressive overload.
Yeah.
So some people kind of think you just go to the gym, and if you just keep going, just keep doing the same thing magically, you're gonna, you know, make progress, your muscles will grow, etc. But if you don't give your muscles a reason to grow, they're not gonna grow.
Exactly.
So if you come into the gym on your first week, and you can do 5 pull-ups, and 1 week or 1 year later, your back workout is still 5 pull-ups, why would your back grow? There's no reason. If you're not chasing that 6th rep, you're not chasing that 7th rep, that 8th rep, 9th rep, 10th rep, there's no reason for you to make progress.
Yeah.
Oh, and
You know Mike's out, right? They're not even yet.
Yeah, they're cooked.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. They got cooked.
oh shit, okay.
It's fine.
No, we're
Uh,
still
Like, just
no, we're
talking
still
like,
good, yeah.
try to talk louder though.
I got
Okay.
you. But
Scream.
yeah, progressive overload, like a very important aspect of going to the gym, especially if you're trying to build muscle. You have to constantly stimulate muscle growth. You have to chase new strength PRs, new rep PRs, new set PRs
Exactly.
as often as you can.
Yeah.
You can't
So-
be complacent.
So I guess what people can do is just write down a specific workout and how many reps they do, and then just kind of slowly change. I guess increase it by, say, 2.5 pounds, which is more than enough. And then when they get
More than
to,
enough, yeah.
Exactly. And then when they get to, so let's say I'm doing 10 reps with 20 pounds, and then next week I add 2.5 more pounds, so that's like 22.5, and I do 8.
Yeah.
Until I get to 10,
Don't change the weight.
change the weight. Exactly.
If you do change the weight, that's where it turns into like ego lifting, right?
Yeah.
So if you can do 10 perfect reps with 20 pounds, you shouldn't, jump to 50 pounds and try to do 10 reps.
Exactly.
Slowly get there.
Uh-huh.
Earn your way to that 50 pounds.
Exactly. Because that's when patience really comes in. And you really have to have that.
And especially with
in the
social media, people want things right away.
Yeah.
Instant gratification. But I promise you, getting that 405 squat is a lot more like, hell yeah, I did it, when you start at 135 and each workout you slowly get there.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
How long did it take you to go to 4 or 5 in squat?
So when I started squatting, I don't know, can we put videos up on this podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you guys can put this video up. I actually couldn't squat the bar. So
I think I saw that.
yeah.
No, that's
Yeah,
no way.
No, dead ass.
How old were you?
I was 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What?
And,
I remember I could, dude. I gotta actually same thing. I couldn't bench a bar. I
Yeah.
remember that.
I couldn't squat the bar,
Same
so I
thing.
was using an easy curl bar.
You were
It was
like
like
12 years old, though.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's when I started lifting.
I think the bar would have killed me at 12 years old. I'd probably drop it on my neck and then like.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Pull up size is big shit.
Yeah,
So, I have
my
that
son
video.
was rocking
I have
around.
that video of me squatting whatever 30 pounds, 25 pounds, and I think I hit 225 at 14 years old, 15 years old.
Wow.
How much?
225 at 15?
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
100%. Probably more than that at 15.
Oh, squat, dude. Holy
Oh, no, not
shit.
bench,
I was-
not bench.
I had
Not
bench
bench,
in
yeah.
my head. I was like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that
I might
would
be the
be
only
wild.
one
That would
having
be
a reaction
wild.
to
I mean,
this.
dude, these days there's kids that do that
Yeah.
like all day. So
Rare, though. Those are fucking prodigies.
yeah.
Prodigies.
Dude, do you think that's even natural though? What they do? Because I see it a lot too. They're like
It's
16,
pretty crazy. It's pretty
15-year-old deadlifting.
Yeah,
crazy
they're like,
amounts of
oh,
weight.
I've been lifting for 1 year and I deadlift 600 pounds.
But
I'm
dude,
like,
you know what I also
what the
heard?
hell?
That you are able to take this, I guess, non-natural supplement, and it leaves your body in about a day, and when you go through a drug test, it doesn't come up.
what is it?
I don't know. Like, I don't know the name,
Okay.
but I know
So it just
there's
makes you
such thing that
stronger?
exists. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but I do know that squatting, or benching 225 at like 13, whatever. I see these videos on TikTok. It's ridiculous to me. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Dude, don't let my reaction take like fucking anything away from that. That is still like fucking insane.
Yeah, it's
That
crazy,
is-
it's
yeah,
crazy.
Because I'm actually, you said you were working out for 7 years now.
Almost 7 years. Yeah.
So with that large number, I'm actually curious. Do you switch up your workouts like frequently?
Not frequently, no.
Like
That's-
every 6 months, maybe you switch.
Maybe 6 months. Yeah, I would say most people probably change stuff up too often.
Really?
There's something called novelty, right? So when you introduce a new exercise into your training program, you might think, oh, this feels so good. I'm getting such a good pump from this. This is great. And you might come in the next week and you instantly feel stronger on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just novelty. So if you want to make actual progress on, let's say, squat, right? You need to stick to it for a while. You need to really commit to getting stronger. Because when you, let's say you first start squatting and you jump from 135 to 185, and you think, oh, that was pretty easy, right? That's not really progress. That's novelty. Your body just got used to the exercise. It's doing it more efficiently. It knows how to put the bar on the back and move up and down, right?
Yeah.
But to make actual gains, like leg progress, you need to be grinding. So like that jump from 225 to 245, like if that takes 2 months, that means you really put on muscle for that to occur. Like
Yeah.
those quick jumps, a lot of the time it's just novelty. Just it's a new exercise, so you can quickly adapt to it.
What about the whole like shocking your muscles thing?
That's a myth,
Yeah.
completely, in my opinion. And I would say, most people that are well educated about fitness, that's completely a myth. Your
Muscles.
muscle isn't a person for it to be shocked. It's part of your body. It's a muscle. And if you want it to grow, you need to do something consistently, and over time, make that whatever you're doing more difficult.
You'd be a great personal trainer.
I am a personal trainer.
Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
get
shit.
to
Yeah.
that too. But wait, like, I'll be honest. I kind of recently started benching and stuff,
Mhm.
and I never. Well,
So you might
I
have
benched-
noticed. You
yeah.
might have noticed that novelty where
yeah,
you first started, and like within a few weeks,
dude,
it just felt so much lighter, right?
I
Everything
went
felt
crazy
easier.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's novelty. You have enough muscle mass to bench 225, right?
Yeah.
You benching 225 isn't going to put any new muscle on your chest. You've been lifting so long, you do your dumbbells, you do whatever.
Yeah.
You have the muscle to move that, but it's a skill that you need to learn how to bench.
Yeah.
So when you get to that point where it's actually hard to increase the weight, that's when you're putting on muscle.
Okay. All right.
Talk to me about this personal training thing. I didn't know you had your own little business going.
So yeah, I started personal training last August. I came back from a vacation, and kind of just through word of mouth, I got a little lucky. I got a client of mine. I'm still training her to this day. I have 2 clients online that I give programs to every 6
Oh, very
weeks.
nice.
And yeah, and I also have one other client. He's 14 years old. There's that.
Good shit, dude. How did you go about starting that? You're just like, damn, I'm good at this shit. Let me go.
Yeah,
do this.
I think I knew my stuff. It just happened, and I enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I enjoy seeing. You know what I don't like? I had a client for a short period of time that I could tell they were not interested in really learning. They wanted me to tell them what to do, and they would do it, right? But I don't. So what I noticed was we would go in, and I had a warm up that we would do, right? Same warm up every single time, and I would go and like I'm like, okay, we're doing the same warm up that we've been doing for the last 10 workouts, and I'm like, you can do it, right? Like we've been doing it for the last 10 weeks. She's like, oh yeah, can you tell me what to do? I'm like, what do you mean? Like you don't know it? She's like, no, I don't know what to do. Can you show me what to do? I'm like, it's the same 3 exercises with the band that we've been doing every single time I come to your home and train you. And I kind of realized, okay, like this person isn't really interested in bettering themselves. They hired me just for the sake of saying I have a personal trainer and I work out, but it's not going to get you anywhere. You need to actually put initiative.
Yeah. So what'd you do?
I don't train with them anymore.
Okay.
It kind of just slowly declined.
You
A few
told
training
me,
se- Nah, I didn't really say anything, but it kind of went a few training sessions a week, slowly kind of dwindled down to no more training.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do clients get on your ass if you don't get them results?
No.
No.
I haven't really had someone where I trained consistently. Well, again, I haven't had so many clients, but the woman I have been training for a while, she's, lost a good amount of weight. Something we wanted to focus on with her, or I wanted to focus on, and she asked me to, was mobility. So, she couldn't kind of do this or like do this, and now we've gotten to the point where she can.
Good. Just good. Great.
Yeah, nice. I feel like bands really
Band work is
help.
great, especially for older people.
Exactly. Because, well, I'll be honest, one of the things that I do when I go to the gym for every single workout is I use the resistance bands to warm up.
Same with me.
The way it kind of opens up your joints and everything, you just feel so good. It prevents so many injuries. I mean,
AFC got rid of them.
dude, I think people steal them.
Yeah.
I have mine in my bag.
Yeah, that's why I literally have one.
I bought one off
resistance band.
Amazon and just keep it in my gym
Exactly.
bag.
All you need is
That's
just
smart.
one resistance band, and you can do a lot of things with it.
Yep.
Very, very good things.
What are the essentials in the gym bag? Like, I really don't bring shit except for my trunks and towels.
Well,
when
look,
I go in the sauna.
the thing with going to the gym is, again, I think people don't realize this, is there's different reasons to go to the gym. Not everyone wants to look like a gym bro. Like, not everyone's trying to be aesthetic. Not everyone's trying to be a bodybuilder. Some people might be an athlete that go in there to just,
fucking, like training.
just get some training in. Or
CrossFit, yoga.
CrossFit, all of this is reasonable. It's all exercise, which is great.
Yeah.
I'd rather you exercise than don't exercise. Not everyone's trying to be jacked.
Right. Yeah.
You might have an injury that your doctor told you to go to the gym and rehab it slowly.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be. So I think the gym bag essentials depend on what your goals are.
What does your gym bag look like?
My gym bag looks like because I'm into the powerlifting.
Yeah.
I have my lifting belt.
Okay.
I have my squat shoes, and I have my knee sleeves. Those are my essentials.
Okay.
Besides that, I'll throw chalk in there sometimes. I use chalk when I squat.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
one of the things that I always keep in my bag too. I have
Yeah.
chalk. I have the belt.
I always chalk
for
up my back
hanging
when
the
I
weights.
squat.
Yeah.
No
and then
wrist straps?
Wrist straps.
I don't use wrist straps. I've
Yeah.
never.
Yeah.
7 years of training, I've never put them on.
What about lifting straps?
Yes, I do use lifting straps on my pull day. Back then.
Wow. Dude, I feel like for benching and heavy dumbbell press, wrist straps actually help.
I've never used them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I've
good.
never had a need. Like, I've never had wrist pain.
Yo, how much?
to be
How
honest,
much
I
are
feel
those
like it is
squats?
a
My
need for
friend
me.
was telling me it's actually pretty expensive.
I got them as a birthday gift from my brother
What
when I was 15, and it's the same squat shoes to this day that I use. I
Squat shoes,
believe
yeah.
over $100 for sure, maybe $150.
Yeah, dude, it's
130.
crazy how it's expensive. I wouldn't think it would be expensive.
I mean, it's high quality.
Somebody was telling me it was like $300.
Oh,
I
not
think
300.
Sam told me.
That's
the
expensive.
personal trainer. It was like
I miss
$300.
Sam.
Sam's a cool guy, dude. He's strong.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
She's so strong.
His ass was so thick.
Yeah. That's
It's
so
true.
true. It's so
It's
true.
true.
It is.
That is probably
Yeah.
like the thickest ass I've ever
The
seen.
personal trainer.
Oh,
guy.
dude.
Oh,
And he
yeah.
does-
What the
I
fuck?
think he
happened
did get
to
a
him?
lot of compliments.
He does incline bench
Bro,
press.
he went back to school.
315 for
Dude,
reps.
that boy's a fucking. His
You
squat
need
is
to be
on-
so
Nah,
strong
his
to
squat,
do that.
But he's got a
Like,
fat
what's
ass
up?
because his squat was fucking nuts. What was his
He was
squat?
squatting 700 pounds.
I think so. He had like
ridiculous,
like
ridiculous.
some sort
He's
of
a
record
like
or
a
something.
No,
high
yeah,
level
yeah.
powerlifter.
Huh.
For
Yeah.
Bro,
He
talking
makes me
about-
feel weak. So
He had the personality of C-Bum too, like so laid back, so
About
like
who?
C-Bomb.
C-Bum?
C-Bum, yeah.
What's his personality?
Just like
he said he was
so
getting ready for
chill.
powerlifting tournaments.
They kind
Yeah,
of
he
like
competes. He
he
competes.
kinda
He was
acted-
laid back. Yeah,
so
Sam was
laid
so
back.
laid back, dude.
Yeah.
He was
Bro,
chill.
they got rid of all the best trainers. Jesse, Sam, what the fuck? That's some fucking
Well, I think
shit.
Sam moves.
Yeah, Sam did
I think
move,
that's
so-
what
They both
Yeah,
did,
most of
they
them
both
really
did.
just
You never,
like-
you never know what went down because you know
Yeah.
our gym has pretty shit management. So
Yeah, Georgie.
I know this guy. He has a thing or two against AFC management.
nah, man, what, dude? What? I love it.
No,
He's
Jim
permabanned.
himself
In case you don't know, he's permabanned.
Bro, man, it's good. Bro, talking about chalk, I don't know how this popped up in my head, but you have the one funny ass fucking video that made me laugh when
The
I saw it.
creatine.
I don't know. I don't know. I think it was in like Body Dynamics.
Yeah,
where they have like chalk for you to like. And you put in the video, you're like, my gym is so nice. They gave us this creatine or
Free
was it, like,
creatine.
pre-workout. Yeah, free creatine. It's like,
It's just the chalk in my
Fucking
gym.
Bro, I remember AFC had a chalk, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden they like I don't know they
They
don't
used to
it
have
anymore.
chalk, and now
They
they
did.
don't. Yeah.
And I
I'll be
think
honest, all the gyms.
They used to
need
have a
it, bro.
dip belt. They don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
I think the reason
Dude,
why
I'm
they
telling you,
got
some
rid of
people steal
chalk-
stuff. They had regular
Dude, I
squatting
used to steal
belts
that
too.
shit. I'm not gonna.
Oh, yeah?
cap. I used to bring a bag to like the gym and then
Oh,
put
now
the
we
chalk
know.
in the bag.
Yeah, but like
Shit,
I
really?
think AFC
Yeah.
got rid of it because
I'm not ashamed of it.
I don't think they.
Why not?
Mike?
The,
said
the free
fuck the
creatine was
corporate-
right there.
Free
bro.
creatine.
Right.
I think they got rid of it because I remember like people used to like even us, bro. We would just take that chalk, we just go like this, and then you would all spread out. It would spread out on the floor and stuff. So I think
That's
they
just
wouldn't like
something that happens.
Yeah, but bro, I
Yeah,
remember
that
we were
shit's just
we were
normal.
like using that very bad. We were just like
I didn't need
spreading
all
it
that
everywhere.
chalk. I didn't need all that.
Cause we didn't know.
You didn't.
We're beginners.
I didn't need all that.
Maybe
No,
you
they're
were
pretty
ashamed
cheap
of it.
though. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
Your chalks.
I buy shit. I have
The
it in
reason
my bag.
I
I
think
think-
I've used chalk twice in my life.
Dude, I was.
I don't
used
recommend
it
chalk in my
once.
opinion. Like I
don't-
would not recommend you using it.
Why?
Like I'm not saying like you can use it on your back, right?
Yeah.
I understand, but like for pull-ups and stuff, because you actually need. It doesn't really help with like finger strength and grip strength.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it helps you out. The only thing you're doing is like you're working out your back, but if you don't use chalk, and then that could actually like have more benefits. Like you could
Yeah.
strengthen your fingers, your wrist.
Yeah,
but when you're
Grip
putting
strength,
chalk,
yeah.
it does not strengthen your hands anymore. It's like
Really?
yeah, it doesn't because like it's like literally helping you just for your back.
Doesn't it soften it?
Because
so that
then here's the thing.
it
No, it-
kills
no.
Well, I think
You
it's
don't.
more
Your
of
hands
a,
don't sweat.
it's more of a slip thing. Like when you're doing
Oh,
pull-ups and you're like on your fourth set,
But
and you're
that's the thing.
sweating, and that bar is sweaty, you're just gonna slip right off without
Yeah.
chalk.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like when we, like when wrestlers or like jiu-jitsu or MMA, when the workouts that we do, it is supposed to be a workout where, like when you slip, that's when you're supposed to be holding on. It's like that's when your fingers start working. That's when your
But
wrist
that's
is
for a
strong.
different purpose. Again, that everyone's got a different purpose. If your goal is
But
to,
it's but I don't think
work
I don't
your
think it's
back out.
necessarily good to use it
all the
like,
time?
often because it's
Yeah.
like I don't
It can
know.
be fun.
I feel like powerlifters, bodybuilders, they still need strength on the wrist and fingers too. I mean, they deadlift, they bench. I mean, you don't want to get too
Dependent on it.
Dependent on it, yeah.
personally, I use it for squats.
Yeah.
I
No, that's
always
totally fine
chalk up
because
my
you're
back
like your
and
neck, right? Like you might like.
No, so I
slip it.
put it across my back, and if I don't, anything above like 315 pounds, the bar tends to slip. And it's not a good feeling. Like you're squatting and the bar's
You
kind
could,
of.
you could like.
It's not that it's gonna fall, but it's like you can feel the bar moving up and down on your back. So when you put chalk, it kind of just stays in place.
No, that's totally fine. I feel
Especially
like
when
it's
you're
just
trying
like
to have a
different.
perfect form. And
Yeah, yeah. When you're going
stuff,
heavy too, you don't want it moving around.
Yeah, you don't want it to miss it.
Use lifting gloves and then like the pad.
Yeah.
So you kill all your mass.
Yeah, I know.
I think if you're doing really heavy, like you're doing deadlift, right?
Yeah.
You can use chalk.
I mean,
But I'm saying
jealous.
when you do pull-ups, when you're trying to do a lot of reps, it's not good because then it's like you really need like your fingers to be strong in order for you to like do like a lot of pull-ups and stuff.
Yeah.
Because what if you don't have chalk and you're just like about to do pull-ups? Then you're not gonna be able to do those kind of stuff when you're like already like really used to using your chalk.
Yeah.
Chalk.
I guess one more question that I have for you is, if you were to give somebody advice when they're starting out in their self-improvement, whether that be in the gym or whatever, like, what are some things that everybody almost must do
Mhm.
to get their life in order, type of thing, to turn things around in their life, and just go up from there?
Download McDonald's app. Get the points and kill McDonald's.
I think one thing that is just so.
Yeah.
I think one thing that is very overlooked, especially people our age, and I overlooked it. It's just getting good sleep. Get good sleep, and your life will be significantly better on all realms. Every time you go to the gym, you'll have a better workout. Throughout the day, you'll have more energy talking to people. You'll have better relationships when you're talking to people and you have energy to talk to them. Just sleep. Get good sleep.
You think better too. You know, like
you think better.
Facts.
You sleep better. You study better.
Facts.
You're great.
I heard Alex doesn't sleep more than 2 hours a night.
Shit, that's crazy. I only sleep like 1 hour. I think it's enough for me.
I'm really telling you,
Yeah.
sleeping changes the game.
It does.
I bet. No.
I think I need to I definitely need to fix my sleep. So I'm gonna be
Facts.
honest about it.
How much you sleep?
7 hours.
Better than
8 hours,
Alex
so
over here.
It's still bad, dude. For athletes, really bad. Especially when you work out twice a day. Because I work out in the morning and then at night. So like that's twice a day, dude. I need to be getting at least 11 hours of sleep or 10.
Wow.
No,
I mean, 2
for a
workouts a
I
day.
think it was like 9 or something, bro. And
I need 24 hours of sleep.
12 hours of sleep,
Oh,
half the day.
Yeah.
No, but I think
Crazy.
and another thing that matters when it comes to sleep is what time you go to sleep.
Yeah.
Because I mean, dude, let's think realistically. You can
Sleeping
go,
from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m.
exactly.
Okay, you got
Oh, yeah,
12
yeah.
hours of sleep, but dude, that's
Is
not
that
good.
Exactly. That's what
I've
I'm trying to
noticed.
say.
I've noticed. it
Recently,
doesn't
I've
do
been
shit.
sleeping, like, I've been getting into my bed around 11. Sleeping by 11:30 to 12.
That's good. I mean, that's better than
Yeah.
one big
Yeah,
early, right?
Yeah.
For yourself, yeah.
No, I
Very
think definitely you don't want to be awake at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
that's not good.
Absolutely agree. I'm always an advocate for waking up earlier rather than staying up later because when you wake up early, one, you're energized, your brain is fresh and active. And I like how Hamza put it. It's like you kind of have every morning you have like, let's say 100 brain points. And
Yeah.
throughout the day, the points go down and down. The more you think, the more you do stuff.
Yeah.
You're using your brain more. And by the end of the night, you're cooked. Sometimes you're in the negatives.
I feel cooked, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
So
bro's
when
actually
you-
good right now.
So there's one person,
We
let's
cook.
say you're trying to work
We
from
did
12
cook.
to 1 a.m. You're not actually working. You're fucking tired out of your mind.
Yeah.
And then when you wake up at 6 and you're trying to work from 6 to 7, you're like a hungry dog, right?
Yeah, you're about it. No,
Like-
dude, I've actually noticed when you wake up early, there is something to it. I don't know if it's psychological. I don't know what it is, but
Dude, the day
time
feels
goes
so much
slow,
longer.
dude.
The
It feels
day is so
long.
much longer, dude.
Yeah.
When you're up at like
There's
6
something.
a.m. or 7 a.m., your day feels so long.
And dude, I've waken up like at 12 or after 12. Boom, the next thing, dude, I close my
It's like all of a sudden it's 8 p.m., bro.
Dude, I blink and I'm like, oh, it's time to go to sleep. Let me just It's fucking weird, bro.
It sucks.
It's actually-
It sucks,
it's
You're
actually-
tired, you're like,
That's my biggest tip, sleep.
I don't know, you feel
Okay,
super-
what's the second one?
Water.
Water?
Drink water.
What?
Water. Going to college in Abington, whatever, I see so many people, 7 a.m. class, they have an energy drink with 300 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Right.
Like, I'm sitting in my microeconomics class. It's a 7 a.m. class, or 8 a.m. class. There's this dude, he sits right behind me, and every single day of that class, he had a Monster energy
Bro,
drink.
It's always the monsters, dude.
Bro,
That's crazy.
that's ridiculous. How do you start your day with that?
Why would you just have a coffee? Dude, this 14-year-old the other day told me he had like 3 Celsius, Celsius in
Just
one
drink
day.
water. Like, I don't see
In one
people
day.
drink water.
I was like, bro, how are you not dead? That's crazy.
Dude, I
Do you
feel
remember
personally
you-
in the long term?
Do you remember how are you not that?
Yeah. I don't.
dude,
Dude,
yes,
listen,
the
I'm done with that
funniest
shit, bro. I'm done.
Yeah.
What was your worst? What was your
Funniest story.
what was your worst day
What?
in terms of caffeine?
I used to
know
take a
it's
caffeine
worse
bag
than-
like all
you
the
know
time,
it's
stimulant,
worse
like
than-
stimulant all the
What
time.
was
like,
the worst
I
you've
used to
ever
do
done?
pre-workout, coffee, energy drinks, all that.
In one day, what was the worst you've ever
Be
done?
like 800. That's not too bad.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty
It
bad.
was spread out. It was spread out. It was spread out. 800, just a light number. What do you mean that's not too bad? It was spread out.
I mean, look, it's not necessarily caffeine that's bad, but starting your day with an energy drink, your body's not meant for that.
But it's also where you get the caffeine from. If
On
you
an
want
empty
like a
stomach,
coffee,
too.
On an
like
empty
100
stomach,
milligrams, that's
300
fine.
milligrams of caffeine straight to the dome, like that's
It's
not.
insulin that's really high in the morning, right? I heard. Is that right? Insulin.
Cortisol.
Something's really high.
You
in the
start your
morning,
day
so-
with extremely high cortisol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's your
Cortisol.
flight. That's your what's it called?
Natural.
What's the phrase? Flight or fight?
Fight or flight mode?
Yeah, that's what gets you into that state.
Right. Exactly.
Start
The
your day.
artificial stuff it's not helpful.
Yeah,
That's
or
like
it's
for the
also-
long term.
The caffeine on top of like the artificial chemicals just like spikes it even more.
Yeah. Exactly. And then you just out of nowhere really drops down, right?
Yeah, because
'Cause when it goes
caffeine
up,
consumption
yeah.
increases your cortisol and spikes it.
Did you say something to that guy? I would have said something to that guy. Like, bro, you're
I
really
didn't say
just
anything.
fucking yourself up right now. Like, this is just...
Dude, I feel like for long term,
That was
that
the
person's
monster shit.
most likely,
Why?
if they keep going with that, they're most likely gonna have.
Dude, that's not a
heart
rare
attack.
thing.
And
That's
it- and
very
it-
common.
early-
I think you should
They're
tell
definitely
them
gonna have a
if you-
fucking heart attack because
See if we get
the more
something.
they continue to do this, the
'Cause
more
you
they
can
build
actually
up the
teach 'em.
habit, the
Yeah.
more they're gonna be dependent on it.
Yeah.
Sure, there's gonna be a couple caffeine fucking crash outs or whatever.
Dude, people our age start their day with Monster Energy and hitting their vape 50 times.
They do scroll first.
That's their breakfast.
It's
So
like-
they,
Yo,
they
we're
wake
gonna
up,
be surprised.
you know,
Doom scroll
wake
first.
up, listen. Wake up, open TikTok, open Instagram, open Snapchat, send some streaks, morning streaks, whatever. Then first thing they do is grab their vape, get some nicotine going,
bro.
get some nicotine going in the blood, and then, okay, they finally get downstairs. Let me grab some caffeine, because, you know, I need caffeine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat absolutely no calories.
Or I'll eat sugar.
I'm gonna
I mean,
eat no calories.
cereal.
On the way to school, I'm gonna stop by Wawa. I'm gonna buy a drink that has more caffeine in it, and then I'm gonna get to school.
Wawa bacon, egg, and cheeses.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna get to school.
15
You know,
ingredients in them.
it's like 2 p.m. and I'm having my first meal. What's my first meal gonna be? It's gonna be govno. It's gonna be shit. So yeah.
Gundon.
Yeah. And
No, that's crazy.
yeah, it's gonna be like a Pop Tart or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And then people wonder why I don't feel good. And then like, oh, I have a headache. Instead of drinking water, let me
Dude,
pop
I don't
3
feel
Advil.
shit. It always pisses me off. It's like fucking Frosted Flakes for breakfast, and they have like a beef jerky.
And then
steak
people will
and
say
it's
like,
so
oh, I have a
good.
headache.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
instead of
like
drinking
bacon,
water,
like
Dude.
they'll pop
the
4
bacon cooked in the
Advils.
oil.
So now there's all this stuff flowing through their body, and throughout the day they're hitting their vape 40,000 times.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I kind of realized this in high school, which is those people that consistently got sick and always felt bad. I eventually started to not really feel bad for them because I knew they were doing it.
They were doing it to themselves, yeah.
Now, of course, there's some that unfortunately go through some very bad times in terms of biologically, but most people do it to themselves, and they complain, and it's just such a fucking simple answer. You know the answer to it. It's pathetic, honestly.
I mean, really, how can you think it's okay for your
I
body?
mean, seriously, to everyone in the behalf of here, all healthy freaks, when's the last time you got sick? I only get sick once a year.
Oh, I got sick when I was in Georgia very bad.
Once this year.
The virus there are scary, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Wintertime, it's
Georgia had
scary,
a
bro.
crazy virus in Georgia, bro. Like I mean,
Well, that was kind of my
a deadly
fault.
virus.
When
Very bad one.
Yeah, rabies.
Wait,
No, I had a virus for like 2 weeks and it went away a little bit, but then I started training like intensity again, and then like I should have gave more time, at least 1 more week after I was like fully healed. Then I didn't. I started training again and I got sick, but again like it was for like a month, bro. It's bad, bro. We can pull up some videos. I have some videos.
Dude,
Yeah,
the
so yeah.
sicknesses are
I had
also
fever,
on par
a high
with
fever,
injuries.
and then like for like in the middle of the day I would feel like I'm completely fine, and then at late night it would go up again. Fuck, bro, this shit was bad.
Yeah.
It was worse than rabies.
Josh got sick in
I don't even know what that
That's
is.
probably just Montezuma's revenge. I don't know what you did.
I didn't get sick.
But I'll be honest,
I
bro.
got diarrhea.
When your body's
Straight
strong
fucking
from the
sick.
diet,
It's
water,
not
all that
sick.
kind of stuff.
It's not.
I mean, the bacteria is
Well,
obviously
you mean,
like
goes
fever,
in your body.
talking
Has
cough and cold,
maybe
sure,
little virus,
fine, but
but
you can fight
you're
it
just
off.
not affected. Exactly, you're not affected by it. You don't even know if it's there, even though it could be there so many times. But the people that don't have those nutrients in their body to fight it off, it just hits them like a truck, even if it's the smallest shit ever, which is crazy. So, okay, what would be another one? What would be a third one? Like the last
Another
one,
game changer.
like in self-improvement in general.
So we said sleep, we said
Like I had
water,
to
which
think,
I think
yeah.
is just have to get those 2 down before you even think about self-improvement. If you're sleeping 3 hours and drinking no water, don't start your self-improvement journey. 'Cause those are the basics.
Dude, my biggest thing was like people would flex that they would like ruin their lives. They're like, yeah, bro,
Oh, yeah.
I got 4s.
Yo, I got 3 hours of sleep and I'm still taking my exam today. Like, bro, what? That's not a flex.
Yeah.
I'm still in the gym, bro. I'm still
no
hitting my
wealth, no
PR.
wealth, right?
It's like, bro, I'm on 2 hours and I'm on 3 energy drinks, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
good luck, buddy.
I used
What, you
to
got
be
your
that
shit,
guy.
Mike?
I'll see you in the hospital later.
You gotta understand, Mike. You know, I still hit my PR gear.
And you know, it's oh yeah, they'd be like, oh yeah, I still have my PR.
It's not even a It's not even a flex. It just became like a competition, and the person claps back. Well, yeah, dude, I was up for 3 hours. Like, it's so like the whole generation.
Yeah,
how
right.
how did we even allow that to become a thing? To be honest,
Hustle, bro, hustle.
Dude, you're cool if you get less hours of sleep.
Yeah.
like,
Dude, you hustle,
Yours is
man.
better.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when I slept less, like drastically less, I would wake up way more revived.
But then it hit you like a truck later.
Not at all.
For me,
No.
honestly, it would hit. They would hit
No, I'm
later.
not
I think
kidding.
there's a thing
Josh
about
knows
that.
about
There's
this.
a
Josh
thing
knows
about that where if you sleep for like, well, that applies for naps, 15-minute naps.
I think
or-
that's
Oh,
more.
no,
I
I'm
think
talking
that's
about
more
those
of one of those things where your body thinks something is wrong, so it's giving all of its energy to you right away.
It could be that.
I think it's one of those things.
I would wake
Wait,
up
what?
and crack. I'm
What
not
happens?
kidding.
So like I think he's talking about, oh, sometimes I get like 4 hours of sleep and I feel great. I think it's because your body wants to maintain homeostasis, so it got 4 hours of sleep, so now it's gonna push everything it can for you to feel okay.
Could be.
It's like a
And that's
fight or
why
flight
for a long
situation.
term, it kills you.
Yeah,
bro.
but tell me, sleep 4 hours a day for a week and tell me how good you feel.
Fuck no.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking of the
Start, like,
third
seeing
game
shit.
changer though.
Like, dude, I've been so
I
tired
actually
before you
kinda
get like
curious.
hallucinations.
Have you done that before?
What?
4 hours
For a week?
for a week?
No.
No. I actually am curious how the side effects would be.
Let's try it.
That would be horrible.
I know.
You would go to the gym and feel like ass.
Fine, yeah. But I'm different though.
Built different.
I'm built different.
I could say thinking positively, looking at things.
The book really worked on you, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's a good book. That's
Yeah.
a good book to read. But overall, like I think if you're looking at things in a negative perspective, they're gonna play out in a negative way.
Yeah.
So if you ever go to the gym and you've been tired all day and whatever, this and that, you guys might relate to this. And you're expecting a shitty workout, right? You might end up having a shitty workout. But if you kind of go into it like, listen, I didn't feel good all day, but I'm gonna go and have a great workout today. Ends up being like one of the best workouts.
Exactly.
So I think just having a positive mindset helps. in
So
everything.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
You
all
see
in the
things.
mind.
You see things in a way where it's beneficial instead of something that is.
It might be placebo, but placebo is powerful.
Exactly.
Just let it be placebo. Let it not be an actual thing. But if it's working, it's working.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
think
absolutely.
positive.
And to be honest, one of the craziest things that I heard, which really made me think, is your mind actually does not know the difference between you. Like if you tell yourself, "I'm a millionaire" every day,
Yeah.
you're not. But your mind actually does not know the
It
difference.
doesn't know the
Which is
difference between
actually
you
very
actually
interesting.
being a millionaire, right?
Yeah, it does not know the difference. So why
So
not
just
do it?
be positive.
Exactly. So be
Exactly.
positive. Just tell yourself positive.
So
things
that's
because-
another thing. If you're constantly telling yourself your life is shit, you're telling yourself you're ugly, you're telling yourself you're fat, you're telling yourself this and that your body actually thinks all of this is real, and that's how it feels. That's how you feel.
Exactly. Your mind too. Yeah, it is. It is a very, very interesting thing.
And it plays tricks on you too. Like think back to like earlier too when Josh failed the backflip and he became a pussy afterwards. He's just like, oh, I don't want to do it again. But then I went and I did it, and I didn't land it the first time. But because I was so positive looking into it, I'm like, I'm gonna do it again. And then I did it again, and I got better. And then I said, I'm gonna do it again, and then did it again, and I got better. Did I land it? I did it like 4 times, right?
Right.
Did I land it? No, but I got really damn close, and it's all in the mind because I didn't let that mind play tricks on
Stop
me.
talking in your mouth, bro. Speak.
It doesn't matter. It's not even fucking on.
You didn't get scared and run away, right?
No, I didn't. I was like, yeah, I'm really gonna take the challenge on here, and then some people do, some people don't. I mean, look at where it gets them. So
It's so funny how you
Poor
just brought it
Josh.
up like
Poor
that.
Josh.
No, credit to Josh for even
Yeah,
giving it a try, dude.
Today was an awful day, man. I got
Josh got beat the fuck
I
up
got
today,
wood
dude.
stuck in my
In
finger,
your foot,
something
neck.
in my foot. I got something in my
Got
neck.
drowned almost
Yeah,
a couple times. You almost got drowned a couple times.
Man.
When you
I'm
guys
like,
are
you're
So-
one of them.
Yeah.
This guy Josh wouldn't attempt a backflip into the pool, but he was ballsy enough to try it on the grass.
On the ground,
right?
And then he's like, "Oh, why did I hurt myself?" Well, that's probably why, Josh.
That is real fucking balls. To
It
not do it
was
in
a
the pool, but he says, "Fuck it, I'll do it in the." I'll take
Apparently, it was a
It
misconception.
looks,
misconception.
I thought
Misunderstanding. I thought I'd just jump and he's gonna flip me, but I didn't realize I had to do more than just jump.
Yeah, Georgie could
That's so
definitely.
fucking retarded.
Georgie could have definitely done a better job. Yeah,
That on camera.
I mean, you learn, right?
I'm pretty happy with my performance today.
Oh, dude,
I
yeah.
basically
Mikayel
landed a
went
backflip.
Right?
Basically landed a backflip.
Yo, what a joke, bro. I swear, this kid.
My bad, bro.
Okay, dog.
All right. Well, let's try to
really
wrap this up. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have you on again.
I'm down.
Because
I'm down.
I wanna get into more of a mindset thing, because this was, to be honest, more of a gym conversation.
Yeah.
I would say we kind of got drifted away with the gym thing, because you have a very big experience in the gym and you really know a lot.
Mhm.
You can tell, because I mean, to even stay consistent like that as you have all these years just really shows the love for the gym and
Yeah,
everything. So I really do believe that you will make a big change for people in the fitness industry, personal training and stuff. So I really believe in you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We all wish you the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we have 3 questions for every guest.
Alright.
So let's start with the first one. What is your best advice to somebody in life?
Best advice to somebody
Yeah.
in life.
If you had to give them one advice, what would it be?
Number one advice. There is no. Okay, look. A lack of evidence is not evidence for. Okay, let me put it this way.
Oh, I know, I've heard that.
Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence.
Yeah.
So what does that mean? That means just because there's no evidence of something, that in its of itself is not evidence that that thing doesn't exist. So in other words, anything is possible.
That's nice. I never heard that before.
Where did you hear that, by the way?
I heard it at some point and it just never left my head, but I don't know where.
Yeah, it is a very, very interesting one, yeah. So, is that like, nothing is impossible in terms of like, if somebody wants to do something and somebody tells
Yeah,
them,
I mean-
oh yeah, I mean, the chances of you even doing that is very low, that kind of stuff, and then they get talked out of what they really want to
Yeah, I
pursue.
mean seriously, if you just like repeat that to yourself, like, and you just let it like sink in, like, damn, like that's true. It like it really is true.
Very, very.
So
Yeah.
it can motivate you.
Second question, what is it that keeps you going in life? What is your drive?
What is my drive? Number one drive.
Like, you know, how do you wake up
Lift
in the
that
morning?
heavy
and
ass weight.
That is something that keeps you going. Like, what is it? You wake up every morning and you know that
I
is
think
what
there's a little
keeps you going.
aspect of me that just wants to make the younger version of myself proud.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
And why is that? Where did that really come from?
You know, there was a point in my life where I wasn't the most confident. I was
Yeah.
insecure, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, a lot. And everything I've done from that point on, I would never want to kind of fall back onto it
Yeah.
and get back into a position of where I was before all that.
Mm.
So I would never want to get back into that mind state.
Interesting, yeah. Very good, bro. So, last question. What is one thing that you see people face in today's society, like a problem they go through, and how do you think you can overcome that? Because we have a lot of issues, I think, with youth generation and just people in general, that like they just genuinely struggle with it. You know what I mean? And like, what is one thing that really comes to your mind, and how do you think we can work together to overcome that problem, or contribute to overcoming that issue?
I think a big one is comparing yourself to others.
Mm.
If you I had a conversation with my older brother. He's 33 years old. When he was my age, or let's say a little younger,
Yeah, what the fuck?
yeah, social media kind of wasn't the way it is now, where you can see how everybody is winning. When you open social media now, you see everybody's W's, right? You don't see anyone's losses. You see their 10 out of 10 physique. You see their 10 out of 10
Dude,
car.
actually crazy physiques,
Their
yeah.
10 out of 10 house. You see all around the world, just everyone's highlight reel, right? But in the past, that wasn't a thing. You had yourself and the people around you, and just you just wanted to be better than that. But when you can see like how everyone is at the very top, you can kind of get into your head like, why am I not there?
Really, yeah.
And I think you need to only compare yourself to the person in the mirror.
And who you were yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I definitely agree with that because I made a YouTube video of my own where I kind of touched up on that because I feel like people really just have trouble living in reality and distinguishing between
Social
what
media
reality
really
is
isn't reality.
versus exactly because social media is really not reality. I mean, here's the thing, right? You can go on there and post a video. Like you can literally post record a bunch of videos and literally pick out the best one, right? And post that on social media and then say, "Oh, first try."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like who's gonna know?
Yeah,
Realistically, nobody will. So it's like when you have that much power and that much control over what you post on there, especially a highlight, and you know all you have to do is just open up a camera and just smile at it and act like you're happy. But then when you put that down, you're depressed and you go back to your all that kind of stuff. And when somebody looks at that as a depressed person and thinks they're the only ones that are depressed, even though the person that recorded that acting happy is also depressed, it makes them feel alone. So I feel like being more real and being more authentic to who you really are actually helps so much more people. And especially nowadays, I noticed that people appreciate you posting your failures, you're posting your true self, even if it means you are not where everybody else is in terms of your physique or whatever, because they see that is more valuable than anything else, because you're posting like your real you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost like people lose themselves too over these type of stuff. They just
Like you
wanna
did
put
that
out
the other
stuff.
day. You posted on your Instagram that you were hitting a PR, and then the next videos where you failing the.
Yeah, I was like, I
Like,
failed the
two plates,
225.
I mean, look, if you look at it
Real, I like
in
that.
an aspect of like history, right, evolution, it's a really new thing to be able to know what anyone in the whole world is doing at any second. To be able to see how they're winning, how they're losing, how they're doing this, that. Like, that's a very new thing. That's like in the last 20 years.
Yeah, right.
The last, however, 2,000 years, right, that was not a thing. So in terms of evolution, like, I think in the next 100 years, that actually changes people's mindset, like, with each new generation, like, it actually makes a change chemically. That's what I think.
Well, what are you getting to with this?
I'm getting to that, I think...
Like the standard's always getting higher and higher and
I think,
higher.
yeah. Like,
Oh,
I
okay.
think long term, it's not a good thing. Like, it's gonna keep getting worse.
Why do you think so?
Because
Because the thing about it, right? If people see people winning like all the time, they're gonna be more inclined to want to win as well. And if
But I also think that like this whole aspect of social media, like, and living the internet, like, now there's virtual reality. It's like everything except living in the moment. And with it as technology continues to progress, I think that's only gonna get worse.
yeah, it's like a double-edged sword almost. It's like it can be good,
Yeah,
but it's
but
also really
there's
bad.
aspects of it that are amazing, right? Like medicine, technology's amazing. It can save so many people, but at the same time, they have virtual reality now where people like don't even live their actual lives.
Yeah, right.
They're like
drags you in.
they're playing like virtual reality Minecraft, like thinking they're a villager or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like.
Oh.
Dude, I'm telling you, the amount of kids that I literally at AFC, you guys know, right? You walk in the locker room, there's swimming kids
They're
a lot of
yapping,
the practice,
bro.
and they talk a lot of stuff. And I'll be honest,
And they're naked.
I feel like
Yeah.
the most dangerous content that these, especially Twitch streamers and stuff, make are literally
Dude, the
bad for
streamers.
the kids.
The streamers.
Like we
They're
won't
such
watch those
idiots.
guys. We'll be like, who are these fools? But for kids, dude, they're so fun.
That's what they're growing up
so,
with.
So
Realize that's what they're growing up with. Like
Bro,
that's
sometimes
their.
streamers
Bro,
are their role models.
People
bro.
don't watch, like, there's no, like,
man.
opening up the TV and watching Cartoon Networks. Like, that's not a thing anymore.
That's
Like,
so
yo,
like
for
a
real.
10-year-old,
Right? No,
bro,
that's
like,
so true.
an 8-year-old doesn't watch doesn't watch SpongeBob, dude. An 8-year-old watches, like,
Kai
Speed.
Sinet, bro.
Naruto, like,
Like,
Yeah,
no, not even that. Like, I'd rather they watch Naruto, like,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah. But, like, an 8-year-old
Queso.
now, they're watching, like, queso streaming, or they're watching, like, some girl that does OnlyFans streaming, like, that's who their influence is. It's not like, watching a funny cartoon.
Yeah.
It's watching I Show Speed on streaming.
Who was that raccoon and blue bird on Cartoon Network?
Regular guy.
Ra-
The regular show.
regular
Like, that's a good ass show,
Yeah.
That's not what, that's not even a thing. Opening the TV and watching cartoons.
Dude, like Sunday,
But
like
you
on
also
the
have to be
weekends in the
careful with the
morning.
cartoons because Or
Yeah,
I think it was a
cartoons.
cartoon.
Bro,
Family Guy
cartoon.
was a
I mean,
right?
yeah, that's. I'd rather you watch Family Guy
Bro,
than
Family
an
Guy is
8-year-old.
messed up.
Bro, 8-year-old
I'm gonna
has
be honest, that is
access.
very fucked up.
Listen, bro, I'd rather they watch that.
where,
Then they
why
have access to
we making
YouTube.
jokes sometimes.
They have access to YouTube that literally, dude, they can see anything and be
Anything, dude.
influenced by anything.
Anyone.
Bro, yeah, it's
By anyone. By, like, dude, these streamers are such idiots. Like,
Yeah.
what they're showing people.
Is
You
that
know why?
guy's
Because they don't care
Kai?
about people. They don't care about people.
Yeah.
They are not there to influence
They're
other
meant to
people.
make money,
They say, oh, you know, like the other day, not the other day, but like 2 years ago, I remember this guy was on the podcast with Gary too, you know, and then he was like
Who?
telling him,
Gary V?
yeah, he was
Gary
telling
V.
him, he was like, oh, dude, I'm really, he was like, dude, he was telling him, and I was surprised. He was saying Clicks, you know Clicks, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, I'm so
That's a streamer.
grateful. Yeah,
Such
I'm
an
so
idiot.
grateful. Exactly. He says, I'm so grateful. You know, bro. He shook his hand and said, bro, thank you for changing people, like the kids' lives. Like, and this kid just saying, this Click saying, you know, yeah, of course, man. I really care. And then you know, I've watched his streams, bro. He just talks some stupid shit
Yeah.
that is not influencing kids, but rather it's like. He does. He's
Just like
not even
rotting their
informed with
brains.
a lot of the things.
Just rotting
All
their
he
brains.
knows how to do is play Fortnite. He's not educated about life. I mean, he's never experienced a lot of the things, and he.
All I'm saying is that these
It's
type
weird,
of content that
It's
these streamers make are more dangerous for the kids than it is for adults, for sure. Easily.
I mean, yeah,
He-
of course.
Because we understand that
They're
it's wrong,
growing
you know?
up with that, bro. Like we
That's
grew
what
up
I'm
with
saying,
different
bro.
stuff.
We grew
They're
up
growing
on like
up
an
with this
innocent
type of
cartoon.
mindset.
Okay, you said Family Guy. Okay, maybe that's not the most innocent, but dude, it's better to grow up on a Family Guy, like a funny TV show, than the shit kids are growing
Yeah,
up
if we
with
were
now.
to compare and say like put it on a scale, which one
Yeah,
would be?
bro,
better,
they're
but
growing
fuck
up
Family
on
Guy.
TikTok. Do you realize what is on
That shit
TikTok?
is fucking.
Almost everything's on there, bro.
Everything is on TikTok. There's literally porn on TikTok.
Dude, don't even get me on Facebook. Facebook literally.
across videos.
You know, Facebook literally has like.
Bro, like
Videos
8-year-olds
that are-
download TikTok and they're seeing like chicks twerking. Like they're not watching SpongeBob. They're coming home from their, 3rd grade class and watching like whatever the hell on TikTok.
No, it's wild.
I think it's so much worse than just that though, because
But
they're
this is-
also picking up the cultures
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
come from all around the world, but mostly the degenerate one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the shit that gets
Because
popular.
that's what gets popular.
Exactly. So, it's so fucking bad, and I also hate how like our little brother's favorite streamer, Queso. I've seen some of his clips.
Queso,
He's
yeah.
like.
That's a complete dumbass.
Dude, like he's constantly degrading himself,
Yeah.
talking about, oh, you think I'm fat, banned, or like it's, I don't know, it's stupid shit. I don't know why, like people find it entertaining.
And that's what I was
whatever,
saying with
guess,
the
but-
evolution. That's what I'm saying. Let's say in 30 years, what are kids going to be growing up with? Like a kid that's born, let's say one of our kids.
This guy?
I'm going to assume we're going to have kids in the next 20 years. Let's say one of our kids
Who it is?
born in 2040, right? What, at 8 years old, what is he going to be growing up with? VR, whatever the fuck?
Bro,
VR queso?
You know when I got my first phone? When I was 14 or 15, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that's
Insane.
how it was like in the
I got
90s
my
and stuff.
first phone, I was like 13. 14.
Yeah, my kids
Exactly.
are definitely not gonna have a
Yep.
phone.
Yeah,
There's
you
not even
say
a-
that, bro. You
Bro,
say that.
my
Like,
girl
it's
talks
insane.
about that.
There's, like, I have a little cousin now that I'm literally worried about him. He's like 5 years old. He has a phone, and if you take it from him, he just cries. Just on the
Dude, they
spot.
go crazy.
It's like this. It's like I grab it,
I've
like
seen the
straight up, like
videos,
this.
bro.
I grab it, just start crying.
Dude.
Like immediately. That's how it
How'd you
is.
do that?
It's
Cry
ridiculous.
now, Josh.
So that's what I'm saying. In 40 years, what is it going to be like? In 50 years, 60 years?
That's what I'm saying, dude. I mean, I'm telling you.
That's why it's dangerous, bro. He's right, bro. Like it's really getting bad. Social media is really getting bad.
Yeah, that's why I feel like, we're here to talk about it, and I really, really hope that when everybody hears this, and if you're still watching the video, like really take this stuff to heart, because it's really it's deeper than we think, in my opinion. It's actually very, very deep.
We should make a whole nother. If you're 11 years
Yeah.
old watching this, just please get off this video and delete the fucking app. Like,
Yeah,
honestly.
for real.
I
bro,
mean,
they don't need it.
11-year-old watching this, I prefer they're watching this than Casey.
Nah, fuck this. Just get rid of YouTube entirely.
But yeah, seriously, imagine at 8 years old you had access to TikTok. That you
Yeah,
could,
right.
do you know what's on TikTok?
Dude, I couldn't
Anything,
imagine.
anything.
You know what's the worst part in my opinion, that parents do know what's on TikTok, and dude, how do you still give
Yeah,
the
I
phone to your kids? How the fuck do you do that?
Bro, a lot of parents use
My parents also do.
a lot
so.
of parents
Yes,
use
but they gotta at least understand,
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
that the stuff they see is messed up for the kids.
No,
Why give them?
listen.
Like,
a
that's-
lot of parents,
It's crazy.
especially in America, use like giving a child a phone or a tablet as like a babysitter. if you give them a phone or something, your kid is gonna shut up for the next 6 hours.
Dude,
They're not gonna be whining.
Kids' brains and eyes.
So they don't have a
looking at the
babysitter like reading them a story. They're watching TikToks, and they're the
And
parent
it's
is
making the life easier for
the
them.
parent is working,
which is
doesn't
supposed
want
to be
their
how
kid
it
to
is.
be crying or whatever. Oh, here, have a phone, and now you have access to so much shit.
Anything. Dude, yeah.
Yeah, that could also be a problem, not just like the kid just watching too many messed up stuff, but it's also the relationship with the parents, because
There is no relationship with the parents.
exactly.
yeah.
So they also have to understand this, that and dude, it's not even only kids, but like for example, like brothers, they're always on their phones, and dude, I know like friends that he has a brother, and he's mostly on his phone, like just texting his group chat and
Yep.
playing whatever games. And he won't really have a relationship with his brother because they're on their own. One's playing video games, the other one's trying to change a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, if the scenario is like that, or like parents and the kids, right? They're not going to have a good relationship because the kid's relationship is with
disconnected,
TikTok, not with parents. But if parents were to babysit and read them stories instead of giving them TikTok to watch, then their relationship obviously gets better. So they have to really think about that too. It's not just, he can't just shut the fuck up or whatever, but it's really just about getting your relationship with them, it's very important, man.
Dude, the other day I walk in the gym and this kid goes, English or Spanish? It's like, dude, these type of trend, they spread so
yo,
fast.
I've been seeing
and the
this.
kids are the first ones
Yo,
to pick
listen,
this up.
I've been seeing this all over the internet. I don't know, what is the fuck does it mean? What is
That's what I'm
English
saying.
or Spanish?
You see
Bro,
that,
I
bro?
see it in
It's
every
the
comment
craziest-
section.
You actually don't know?
I don't know what it means.
So it's like people tell you English or Spanish. If you choose English, they go like, whoever moves first is gay. Or if you pick Spanish, then they tell you
So
Spanish.
there's this TikToker, I'm assuming it was a TikToker who
Fuck, it's weird,
basically,
man.
just started posting videos where he would go to malls and he would just go up to strangers, English or Spanish. Obviously it's an area where it's populated by both, and whenever they answered, he would say that same statement, and they would wait. And it's funny because
That's an NPC type of act, bro. I wouldn't
Yeah,
wait.
but
I would wait. Are
But
you
then
kidding
the
me?
8-year-old
Come on.
watching
What do
that
you mean
is
you
not
would
going
wait?
around
I'm
saying
gonna
English or
wait.
Spanish.
I ain't letting no.
First one to move is gay.
If a man
Bro, I
told
didn't
me
even
this,
know
it
what
was
gay
gay.
was when I was 8.
Dude, isn't that crazy?
There's 8-year-olds now that are
Already fucking around,
transgender.
And they claim to
Like, bro,
identify
you're
as
just brainwashed.
Dude,
You're
stop.
not
You're
gonna
NPC
say
right now. Be
why.
quiet.
What?
There's an NPC act.
What?
He said he would wait.
You have to.
What do you mean you have
I
to?
would say
gay.
fuck off.
That's your gay.
You do that? No, just punch it in the face.
No, but yeah, I'll be honest. Now that I'm thinking back, when
when
we were younger and stuff, I'm pretty sure you guys were like
Bro,
that
when
too.
you were 8,
Your
did you
relationship with adults was
Yeah.
just so respectful.
Yeah.
You just nowadays, dude, everybody is equal, even though
Yeah.
it just
Makes no
bullshit.
sense.
Kids
Yeah.
literally have cursed me out before
Yeah.
in the gym. Like, it's crazy. Like 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, they already know curse words. Just cursed me out. I'm like, bro, what do I do? I can't go. Dude, I wouldn't. Dude, it's scary too because you can't just go up to them and be like, yo, like, why did you tell me this? They take it as assault. They're gonna start calling their parents. Their parents are gonna come to you, start shit with you. It's like
it's like you can't even yell at a kid nowadays. It's a bad act. It's an assault.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but
You're gone.
yeah, we're gonna end it here. But we're definitely gonna have you on again and touch
Thank
on
you, guys.
some other
It was a
things
great
that-
episode.
Thank you.
We should
Thank you.
definitely.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Had a good time.
Thank you for coming on.
And I'll be
And then
quickly
yeah,
brief.
exactly.
Quote of
We
the
have-
fucking day. Simplicity. Oh, I'm sorry. The guest.
Yeah, the guest creates.
It
You
might
read
be
this?
hard to hear
The
through the
Yo.
marker.
Can someone pull up the question from a previous guest?
Yeah. Oh, question.
Yeah.
Is that me?
Who was our last guest? Was it?
No, we
Dan?
didn't have. Wait, no, I think I was.
We're crazy.
What is one thing
Oh,
you would
yeah.
tell? What is one thing you suggest to youngsters to like have the courage to get up and just walk and just go to the gym? Because a lot of people are scared that somebody's gonna be like making fun of them or because they're skinny, they're fat, whatever. Like, what is one thing that you? Because dude, you were pretty young when you went to the gym, right?
Yeah,
So like, what would be your advice?
For someone that's insecure and is scared to go to the gym,
Yeah, basically. Cause you have experience with that.
if you can, find someone that can help you out.
Go with them, right?
Yeah, I would say, for me, I had my older brother. I'm grateful for that. You two are brothers. You started working out together.
Yeah, dude.
You two are brothers. You started working out together.
No,
Not really. He started.
When I started, I had a friend too. I was working
It's
out.
always
Yeah.
very like, I've had so many people that I've gotten into the gym. There's someone, I have a friend named Artur.
Yeah.
2 years ago, dude, if you looked at this kid, like, you would think, you could just see it off of him. He's insecure. He doesn't like how he looks. He hates, he's not proud of himself, this and that. I took him to the gym, like, for 1 week, right? And from that day on, that kid did not stop going to the gym. He started tracking his macros, doing cardio, going to the gym consistently, getting strong, changed his diet, changed how he dressed, changed the shoes he wore. He literally, like, just changed himself. He's a completely different person now. Grew out a beard, got a buzz cut. Like, he's unrecognizable now.
Oh.
And that's one person I'm super proud of.
Oh, nice. Shout out to
So
Arthur.
shout out to Arthur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So advice is just really find somebody that is gonna
To
help
go
you
with,
out.
yeah.
To go with, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
question would you
Yeah.
ask for the next guest?
You
Next
don't know
guest?
who
I don't
it
know
is.
who the next guest is.
No. You have no idea.
Any question?
Any question? Anything that's gonna make them think.
English or Spanish?
Alright, that's it.
That's it.
Press the word.
Boom.
No, let's think.
You're asking the classic. Wait, who asks that question? Oh yeah, Adam.
Okay, son of that daughter.
that comes in a package, bro. It's just an extra question.
What are your guys' answers for this question?
Dude, neither. That's my answer right there.
What? What's the question?
Gay son or thought daughter?
Yeah, no.
Kill yourself.
No, I'm not answering that.
Yeah.
It's gonna take us far, but something about self-improvement and maybe fitness, like, I don't know, anything.
Let the man cook. Let the man cook? I'm cooking.
Anything about life, to be honest, bro.
If you could go back 10 years and tell yourself something, what would you tell yourself?
Just one thing that you could tell
One
yourself.
thing. One sentence.
Oh.
And that's it. One sentence. What would you tell yourself? This guy would say English or Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it too.
Alright. Oh, just squaring up now.
So can you read the quote of the fucking day? I don't know, it might be hard with the purple. If not, it's
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, I chose this quote, and that doesn't really necessarily correlate with the topic, but it was something that I read in a book, and I thought it was very, very important lesson just in life, which is people like to explain things in very difficult manners, especially when you have a team. The best thing to always do is make it as simple as possible. When you want to make a book for somebody, you want to make it as simple as possible. And I didn't actually process this, but I was listening to this podcast, and it was talking about marketing and how to improve it. And they put out a stat that 30% of people are still illiterate. So you have to act like when you are making these ads, like you think that the standard is everyone knows how to read, but it's not. You have to talk in very simplistic manner to get the message out to as many people as you want.
What's the definition of sophisticated? Like, I know when somebody says it, but like, what's the definition of sophisticated? Because when you're a sophisticated person, like you can say somebody's sophisticated. Is that like knowledgeable?
Excellence, I would say.
Yeah,
I would say
knowledgeable.
excellence.
So, with like
Excellence.
excellence.
I would say that.
So simplicity is the ultimate excellence. Yeah. That makes sense. You know,
Shoutout.
Shoutout.
Yes, so I have a screenshot of this.
Who is Travis?
Beatty 5303.
So,
Shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out Travis. So this is about smoking. So I want to hear. I forget who. It seems like it's Mike speaking of this. So Mike, you can have the call here. He says, "I absolutely agree, but probably not in the way you're talking about. I'm a smoking in parentheses bad habit. I know, but within the 3 to 5 minutes I go to smoke, I literally just appreciate the nature around me and the stress release I get. It's just crazy. Nicotine probably plays a role in that. But also I just lose control of all my daily stresses and just appreciate the things around me."
Yeah, well, it's the artificial. Yeah.
That's your answer, right?
It's that artificial
He
dopamine.
said, it just brings me away from all my stresses in life.
Cool.
It's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
he just put. It helps
he
me
answered the
appreciate
question.
nature.
Yeah.
He said it helps me appreciate nature just to kind of make it sound better and fancy. But bro,
Yeah, you can go outside
That's
and
me.
Dude,
appreciate
isn't that
nature.
crazy? People do that a lot.
Without
They try to
smoking.
make they try to attach emotions into things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
right?
you're not smoking a cigarette to enjoy nature.
But I was straight
You're
up-
smoking a
Yeah.
cigarette because
Yeah.
you're addicted to nicotine.
No, I know, but it's sounds.
You can tell yourself all you
Yeah.
want about nature,
Yo, yo.
but it's because you're addicted to
ain't the
nicotine.
nature, buddy. It's
the nicotine.
Yeah,
He said he threw it in there like he has to smoke to enjoy.
it makes me
nature
really
outside.
appreciate and
Yeah, go outside without a cigarette and tell me how much you
Okay,
appreciate nature.
I'll get straight.
How are you treated?
people like that will do anything to smoke weed and stuff like that. It's like I've been there in that hole of like I'll do anything. It helps me sleep at night. It's like, buddy, come on.
Yeah,
Deep
right.
down, it's like
Stop COVID.
find something beyond that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I found
Life's deeper
reading,
than
dude.
that.
Just reading before you sleep just helps you just pass out.
Yeah, right. I found creaming works.
All right,
What
that's
is
where we're
it?
gonna end it.
Rats.
Wrap it up.
Yeah,
Is that
cream-
creaming?
cream,
Yeah, really.
What does that mean?
Wrap it up.
Like basically have a chug of.
Yeah,
It's
just
a
wrap it
cream.
up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Half and half.
Why do you
before
do
they
that?
bed. What do you mean?
What do you mean
Stop
cream?
thinking.
It has great
I'm
benefits.
confused.
Great benefits.
No, let's talk about this. Why
So
do you
reading
cream
definitely-
before you go to bed?
You scared? Oh, doggy.
He's happy.
What?
All right, guys. With
Yeah.
that,
Think
Think
big.
big.
Wait.
You know, right? Think big.
Mikayel say it first.
yeah, Mikayel, do you know what we say at the end?
Say, what is it? Think big, bro.
Think big. Yeah, George. Yeah.
Bro said didn't know. I didn't want to separate.
Alright, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Think big, grow big.